Howdy, my name is Daxio, and this is Plugged In News. And in today's pin update, we have Henri to take aim at the Hamptons as a hurricane, and report FBI finds little evidence Capitol riot was an insurrection or led by Trump. Let's get right into that. Alright, and for the first story today, this comes from AccuWeather by Courtney Trevis, and it is Henri to take aim at the Hamptons as a hurricane. And it goes on to read, Henri was on the cusp of hurricane force over the western Atlantic on Friday afternoon, and as the storm's track becomes clearer, AccuWeather meteorologists emphasized that the time was running out for Long Islanders and New Englanders to take action to get ready for the arrival of a hurricane that's coming this weekend. Henri is rated on a 1 on the AccuWeather Real Impact Scale for hurricanes due to anticipated rainfall, damaging winds, and storm surge set to impact Long Island and New England. This is the most serious hurricane risk in New England in 30 years since Hurricane Bob in 1991, AccuWeather Chief Meteorologist John Porter said of the looming threat. Hurricane watches were issued by the National Hurricane Center on Friday morning for slews of areas ranging from South Shore of Long Island, New York, to Massachusetts, Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, and Block Island. By late Friday afternoon, the NHC has expanded tropical storm watches to include New York City in addition to other parts of the metro area. On Friday afternoon, Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont announced through a tweet that he will be declaring a state of emergency ahead of Henri's landfall, as well as requesting a pre-landfall presidential emergency declaration. AccuWeather forecasters are calling for Henri to make landfall along the eastern part of Long Island between West Hampton and Southampton, a stretch of New York known as the Hamptons. The Hamptons is some of the priciest real estate in the country and is a popular vacation spot for celebrities. Real estate is so valuable, there's a portion nicknamed Billionaire's Lane. Huge hurricane coming. Apparently it's supposed to hit a really rich area. That's it. We'll have more updates on the aftermath and stuff, maybe on Sunday or maybe tomorrow. We'll find out. And for the next story today, this is a little exciting. Not exciting, but just, interesting, and it proves a lot of the mainstream media, a lot of the Democrats, and a lot of the Republicans wrong. And this goes on to read, report FBI finds little evidence Capitol riot was an insurrection or led by Trump. And this is by Joel Polak from Breitbart. And this goes on to read, the FBI has found scant evidence that the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol was part of a plot to mount an insurrection against the U.S. government or instigated by then-President Donald Trump, according to sources in a Reuters report. The FBI has found scant evidence that January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol was the result of an organized plot to overturn the presidential election, according to 4 current and former law enforcement officials. Though federal officials have arrested more than 570 alleged participants, the FBI at this point believes the violence was not centrally coordinated by far-right groups or prominent supporters of then-President Donald Trump, according to the sources who have either been directly involved in or briefed regularly on the wide-ranging investigations. 90 to 95% of these are one-off cases, said a former senior law enforcement official with knowledge of the investigation. Then you have 5% maybe of these militia groups that were more closely organized. But there was no grand scheme with Roger Stone and Alex Jones and all of these people to storm in the Capitol and take hostages. The FBI has found so far no evidence that he or people directly around Trump were involved in organizing the violence, according to the 4 current and former law enforcement officials. Despite lack of evidence, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi has convened a special committee to probe the riot, vetoing the members appointed by the Republican leadership and appointing several more compliant Republicans. Earlier this month, Chief Judge Beryl A. Howell of the Federal District Court in Washington, D.C., urges prosecutors to file more serious charges against rioters. They have responded that they did not have evidence to sustain convictions on those claims. A little choke up there at the end, but I'm pretty sure, wasn't there a lot of FBI agents involved in the riots as well? I'm pretty sure that might have came out. It might have been a rumor. I might be saying fake news right now, but so the FBI is coming out with this, and then they also had people within the crowds possibly organizing violence. So who knows? And now the FBI is coming out saying, "Oh no, it wasn't organized. It wasn't big." And all of the media, all the Democrats, everyone just went, Donald Trump started an insurrection. He tried taking over the Capitol. What is this? What is this? Exactly. Anyways, if you did enjoy today's video, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub down below, drop a comment, let me know how I'm doing, let me know what I can do to improve, and thanks for staying plugged in. Peace out, boys. Have a good weekend.